Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going to take a look at the newly released Transformers Studio Series 83 Voyager class Soundwave. Now this is a figure I have gotten my hands on for over a month and I'm barely reviewing on the channel. I never had time earlier, but now I have time and all, now that I'm out of school and stuff. So you will be seeing a lot, and I mean a lot of reviews coming these couple of months. Well, in this video I'm going to review Soundwave. We're going to take a look at the accessories, his compatibility with the core class Studio Series Ravage, and the Studio Series Ravage I'm going to save for another video. I'm just going to show you that it's compatible, some parts. And we're going to take a look at the box art on the figure. We're going to transform the figure and take a look at the accessories and whatnot. So without further ado, let's take a look at this figure's art. So here, right behind our Studio Series figure Soundwave, here we have the box, the artwork of the box. And right here we can see a nice CGI picture of Soundwave. Looks really nice. Looks like the Bumblebee film. Very G1 inspired. We have 83 Studio Series Soundwave. I like that they still, for these figures, they still have the plastic thing, but starting with the Studio Series 87 now, the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee, they're now gonna have no plastic thing, and I'm not a fan of that. I don't like how they're doing that, but oh well. Right here we have this part of the box. Right here we have Soundwave. Right here we have 83 right there, Voyager class. Right here at this part of the box, he transforms in 19 steps from robot to this Cybertronian, I believe, hovercraft mode. I'm not so sure what on earth his alternate mode is, but I'm pretty sure it's something has to do with hovercraft. I checked out some of the concept arts and it was more along the lines like a hovercraft. Right here we see his bio. It says the fate of Cybertron is sealed as Soundwave orders the Decepticons to launch a final attack, causing the Autobots to fall back. So in the Bumblebee movie, Soundwave says Decepticons attack. He says something like that, and then Optimus Prime is like, fall back, and then all the Autobots leave while Shockwave sends the Seekers to destroy the Autobots in the Bumblebee film. And on this side of the box, here we have Soundwave with the black art on the background, and I really like how this looks like. It looks really cool. So now let's take a look at the figure itself. Here we have Soundwave, the Voyager class Studio Series Soundwave. I think he looks really terrific. This figure is actually more than meets the eye. We can see that he has a lot of detailing. I'm just going to straighten out the figure a bit. He is around 7 inches tall, around that height I believe, or 6 inches, I'm not sure. But we can see how accurate he looks like to the Bumblebee film and to how he looked like in G1. I love that in the Bumblebee film they added G1 colorization and applied it to the live action kind of Michael Bay aesthetic Transformers, so I really do like how they did that. This figure itself, on a first glance, he looks really nice. Take a look at the back. I really like there is no back cable whatsoever on this figure. Everything is compact, sealed in, and I really like that they're focusing more on the robot forms on these Bumblebee film characters, because we never saw their vehicle forms except for Bumblebee. So I really think how this looks really cool, looks accurate. Now, right before we delve into the articulation and stuff, I did want to show you his accessories. So we have this cannon accessory that you mount on the back right here. There are 2 ports right here. You could customize it any way you want. I like to have it as accurate as possible. I like keeping it on this side. And then here we have this blaster. His blaster looks really nice. I like how it looks like. It does remind me that the Seekers did have blasters, like handheld blasters in the Bumblebee film. So I really like putting this on probably Starscream or Thrust's hand or Thundercracker. I like putting it on their hands so that it can look a bit more accurate. And then out here we have this G1 inspired cannon. Looks really nice. Looks how the G1 cannon looked like. I really wish that they would have put like little red dots around, because that would have made it completed the look. But overall, it looks really nice. The back looks nice. This handle has a little peg right here. This is mostly for when it is in, I believe, the other mode, the alternate mode. So you can have it in right here. This tab is mostly for that, which I'll touch base later, and then you could attach this on either this side or that side. Now, how Ravage and this figure is compatible, besides the fact that Ravage could store inside Soundwave's chest right here, this piece came from the Studio Series Ravage. It is mostly a cannon on the bottom. I will show you the Studio Series Ravage. it mostly mounts on the bottom. It's supposed to be a cannon, but honestly I did not like how the way it looked, and also it was meant for this Studio Series Soundwave due to the fact that these pieces do in fact connect, and this makes the missile launcher in the classic 1980s G1 cartoon series, and does really complete the look on this guy. We can see that as far as G1 accuracy is concerned, this figure looks really great. So now let's take a look at the figure itself in more depth. Right here we can take a look at the head right here. Let me just remove the cannon just for now. We can take a look at the head. It looks really nice. I like how this does remind me of G1. And then right here we have some silver highlights on the head. Looks really nice. Right here the eyes look very menacing. He looks like he's ready to take on any Autobot in his way. Right here we see the Decepticon logo right there, slap bang on the chest. Right here we have this G1 inspired torso. Right here, like, if you do remember from the G1 Soundwave, he had like the buttons right here that were in the casket player mode. Right here we can see them somewhat appear right here. I really like how that looks like. As far as the legs are concerned, I really like how this looks like this dark blue and with the metallic gold on it. I think that looks nice. As far as the arms are concerned, I like how they look like, except I just feel like they lacked a little bit of paint on them. But if you do look closely right here in this area, there is a lot of detailing right here, so I really do like how they did in fact include that. Right here we have these shoulder pieces right here, which are articulated so we can move them around and stuff and everything. Now focusing our attention on the back, we can see whatsoever there is no back cable on this figure at all. We can see that there is no back cable. I really like that. I really like when they do that with a Transformer figure, that there's no back cable, there's no backpack. Like for example, the Earthrise Optimus Prime had no back cable at all. I really like how that looked like. But for other figures, like such as the Studio Series number 9 Thundercracker had a lot of back cable. I really do not like how when figures have that. I like it when they're clean like this. So far, Soundwave is probably one of the #1 figures in the collection so far. So as far as articulation is concerned, we can see his head is on a ball joint, can look up, down, barely tilt side to side, look left, right, do a full 360. Right here we do get a bit of torso articulation right here. You gotta lift that flap right here, and I barely even noticed that there is some detailing right here, so that looks nice. We have torso rotation right here. His arm is on a swivel and a hinge joint, so it could move around 90 degrees, do a full 360, could do a 360 right here, bend past 90 degrees, and there is in fact 2 hinge joints where the arms are, so you could pose this guy in more dynamic poses. Right here we can rotate the thigh a full 360 if you wanted to. Right here we have 2 joints on the knee as well. So we have one right here and one right there. So you could, but they're mostly for transformation. And right here we could move the whole leg like so. And then we could in fact rotate it, tilt it up and down, and so forth. So as far as articulation is concerned, this guy is a really well articulated figure. So now let's take a look at how he scales with other Transformer figures. So here we have the Transformers Bumblebee movie Decepticons right here for a quick comparison. We can see overall we can see Soundwave, Starscream, and Thrust are around the same size, although Thrust appears to be a bit larger due to his cone head right there. But we can see overall as the Voyager classes, they are around the same size. Now this is a complete different story for the core classes on the other hand. For the core classes, we can see that Soundwave completely towers over these figures. He makes them look so small and so weak. We can see that the Shockwave figure right here, this purple figure, we can see he looks really small when he should be around this size. And we can see after all Ravage, this is accurate. We can see that he does in fact look how he would look like with Soundwave. So I really do like how this look does look like. So now that is done, now let's transform this figure and see how well he looks like. So for the transformation, it is hard, but yet it is a bit simple. So the first thing you're gonna have to do is put your attention toward the head region. You're gonna flip this thing all the way around, now that it's facing this way. After that, you're gonna focus around the arms. You're gonna untap these parts right here, push in the hands like so, and then clip them in. After that, you're gonna do the same thing on the other hand, right there. Now that they're both equal to each other, you're gonna have to unfold these shoulder pieces right here. once those shoulder pieces are unfolded, this whole region isn't actually kind of hard to do. I did struggle various times and did various outtakes of how to transform it, so it is kind of hard. The first thing you're gonna have to do is rotate this whole region like so, till the arms are in fact folded like so. You're gonna have to rotate this arm like so. Now that they are facing toward you, you're gonna have to fold them inward like so. And then this shoulder piece, this large shoulder piece, is in fact gonna conceal the face. So you're gonna do the same process on the other side. This piece is gonna conceal the face as well. And one thing that is practically annoying around this step is that this piece does untab. So when you have this figure, these pieces will untab here and there, but it is real simple to tab back on. And then now you're gonna see these tiny little tabs right here. They're in fact gonna peg in right here. It's actually really hard to do, but I believe it's pegged in right there. Now that region is finished, you're gonna have to fold the arms like so. Make sure that this little slot is gonna tab into this blue tab right here on the torso. Then you're gonna do the same process on the other side. You're gonna peg it in, and once that is complete, you have this guy ready right here. So now that you have that done, you're gonna rotate the two legs now that the toes are facing one another. After that, you're gonna have to unhook this region right here. You're gonna unhook it right here, so you're just gonna have to pull it out right here. It's kind of hard to do, but you're just gonna have to pull it out like so. Do the same process on the other side, pull it out, and then there is this tiny little piece that you can pull out as well. So you can pull this piece out, and those tiny little pieces that I pulled out, those are gonna be what connects the two legs together. Now that those two are connected, you're gonna make sure the leg does fold like so. You can do the same process like so, like this, and then you're gonna make sure the foot does in fact tab in like that. You're gonna tab these pieces in, fold these pieces kind of inward like so, and then you're gonna have to move these pieces a little bit upward, and then you're gonna have to peg these two pieces inside like so. And then once they are connected, this part of the transformation is a bit difficult to do. You're gonna have to make sure these two remain connected while you're trying to connect them into this tiny little crevice right here. This tiny little crevice right here, you're gonna have to try to connect these two pieces till they do in fact enter inside. So it is actually one of the hardest steps to do in this transformation. But once you have that done, the figure's transformation is going to be quite simple. After that, once you have that finished, you're going to get the foot right here. Now there is this little tab right here. You're going to connect in that slot on the arm. You're going to connect these two pieces like so. Then you're going to do the same process on the other side. Connect these two pieces like so. Once those two pieces are connected, this piece will in fact keep untapping and keep untapping once and once again. So this is one of the major problems I do have with this figure, is that the transformation is in fact kind of hard to do. So that's one of the critiques I have with this figure. So now when that is finished, you're gonna open this back region right here, and then you're gonna get this piece right here. You're gonna fold it like so. Then you're gonna in fact get this region folded like this, and then once that is done, you in fact have the I believe that's one of the last steps. Yes. So once you have that step done, you're gonna attach these pieces right here. Like I said, this tab is gonna become important. So you're gonna tab it on the arm right here, so that once it's fully transformed, it looks like he has cannons ready to fire on the Autobots and stuff. So you're gonna have these pieces right here attached. You're gonna fold in these pieces to make sure to complete the look that makes it look like that it does look like it's a hovercraft thing. You're gonna tab in these blasters, and here we have Soundwave in that really cool hamburger patty mode that we have him in. So once we have Soundwave transformed, he looks actually kind of cool. The transformation is incredibly difficult to do. I am not a fan of this torso region of how they designed it to tab in. The arms do not tab in at all, and this region does not, barely tabs in. So it's actually really hard. I usually have it untapped so that it could be easier. But this figure overall, it's a really great figure. I really love the robot mode. The vehicle mode, I really do not like how it looks like, although it does look interesting. I really wonder if this would be something that we would see in Rise of the Beasts, probably for a cameo. I really hope this is, so that we could see probably him hovering around. It looks really nice. Honestly, like this, I don't know why, it just gives me Star Wars vibes. Pew pew pew. It just gives me Star Wars vibes. I really like how this looks like. Now for Ravage, if you have him transforming in that little casket mode, you could place him inside, which I will save for the review after this. So now let's take a look at him in a closer look. Right here we can see the same pieces from before. Now this piece is actually really interesting. This piece was hitting inside the backpack region. This is mostly on the outside. So this is like a false front cover. So I really like how that looks like. It's kind of weird, but I think it looks really cool. And one thing I didn't cover is that that Soundwave has a spring-loaded thing, the trap, so that Ravage could come out and take any orders from him. I think that this looks really cool. So now let me give you some final thoughts of the Studio Series Soundwave. So some final thoughts for the Transformers Studio Series 83 Voyager class Soundwave. Overall, a really great figure. I am so happy I got this figure. The only critique I do have is the transformation is a bit difficult. I'm not really a fan of it. That's why I like keeping this figure in his robot form. He looks better in his robot form in general. Just taking a look at him, we can see this figure has a lot, and I mean a lot of engineering inside. I really like how this figure is really well done. We can see how he is compatible with Ravage. I'll save that for the next review. How he scales with the other figures and everything. The detail on this figure is amazing, and I will focus more on this spring-loaded trap in our next review. That's why I didn't mention it, and I will focus on some other things on Soundwave. I didn't focus on this review. I will moreover focus on the Ravage review. So, some final thoughts. I really recommend this figure to have in the collection. Looks really great. Scales perfectly with the Bumblebee movie characters. I really like this figure. Overall, I recommend it so much. You could get him at Hasbro Pulse. You could get him at Target in-store, Walmart in-store. You could get him, I believe, on Amazon as well. So you could get this figure basically a lot of websites. Currently, right now, as of 2022 and 2023, I'm not so sure if this figure will still be in stock or anything. I really hope so for all of you who still want this figure and don't have it yet. So I really hope that you guys could get this figure as soon as you can, as Hasbro does release a lot, but not that much, because a lot of them do get sold out. Some buy too many of them to sell them on eBay and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a nice comment, tell me what you thought of the video, and I will see you at our next Transformers Studio Series review. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.